As fans continue to show their love for Series 11, we have another 13th Doctor interview. I'm sure Jodie Whittaker is going to come off as just delightful in this one. This should be a fun article because I've lost track of how many people sent me the link. Let's check out this love note to longtime Doctor Who fans, and white males in particular. From Stuff. Doctor Who faces most terrifying challenge yet in New Year's special. What's that, hoping that enough people tune in that are still in shock and denial from Series 11 to keep your ratings up? Surely the challenge isn't coming up with a good story. That went out of the window a long time ago. Something wicked this way comes. Yeah, no shit. In the Doctor Who New Year's special, written by showrunner Chris Chibnall, which will be brilliant, I'm sure, not bound to include any identity politics at all, an appalling evil is being awakened. Third wave feminists? The episode showcases what a breath of fresh air Whittaker represents in the role of the Time Lord. Breath of fresh air, walking downwind behind a fat guy just after a Taco Bell binge would be preferable to the stench coming from Doctor Who's rotting corpse these days. The 36-year-old actress has been widely acclaimed for her performance as the 13th Doctor. Oh yeah, she's been widely acclaimed alright, and the critics are perfectly in line with what the general public and long-term Doctor Who fans think. She brings a refreshing youthful vitality and optimism to the TARDIS. Yep, her awkward performance has all the vitality of a meth addict going through withdrawal symptoms, and as for optimism, well, I guess hoping that this abortion of an era will end soon is, well, being somewhat optimistic, but not really realistic. Her charismatic vivacity has revived interest in the show throughout the galaxy. Yep, people were indeed interested in the same way you'd be interested walking up to a car wreck to see what decapitated heads and severed limbs look like, and you'll probably need the same amount of time to recover from both. The actress who took the role from Peter Capaldi, something we'll never get over, explains that taking the point of view of youth was helpful to me in entering the Doctor's mindset because it's a very raw, honest, and hopeful view. You mean acting like a hyperactive child that forgot to take their Ritalin? Well, Jodie, people's anger over what you and Chibnall did to Doctor Who is pretty raw. I'll give you this, at least you two are honest about your bigotry, and as for hopeful, I think we've all given up hope at this point. We get older, we get jaded. You mean like Doctor Who fans are at the moment? And self-conscious, Jodie, considering the way you present yourself, you don't have to worry too much about being self-conscious. So that felt slightly the wrong direction. Jodie, not only did you take this in the wrong direction, you floored the pedal to 200, drove it into a brick wall, set it on fire, and then everybody involved pissed on the fire after drinking a gallon of gasoline. Whittaker, who was best known for her role in Broadchurch, also written by Chibnall, oh we know, that's how she got the job, is delighted by the response to her as the first female Doctor after 55 years of men in the role. Firstly, the response especially after Series 11 ended is not what I would call delightful, and yes, who wants those pesky men in the role? It's whammon time. Jodie, it's not that we have a problem with a woman in the role, it's that we have a problem with you in the role. And in this next line, Whittaker continues her tradition of endearing herself to Doctor Who's long-term fans who are disproportionately white men. I'm proud. Oh, I'm sure you are, Jodie. We all know how highly you think of yourself. When I was growing up, it was white guys running around doing the really cool stuff. Jodie, I guess we just imagine people like Ripley and Sarah Connor then. Thank you for setting us straight. And as a girl, you were lucky if you just sat by the side and clapped. Citation needed, Jodie. Why do I have a feeling that you are harboring a few resentments here? To be in the moment of change for that is incredibly exciting. Jodie, we have plenty of female heroes. I know you think you're the second coming. Well, I guess you're the second coming of bullshit. The actress uses her native Yorkshire accent in the role. Yes, because using her non-northern accent was too hard. Says that her casting is in line with the tradition of Doctor Who being different from more conventional dramas. It's not a drama, Whittaker. At least it didn't used to be. There's the chiseled superhero that we're all used to seeing and we've all grown up with. But Doctor Who has never been that. No, but at least it used to have competent, non-toxic actors in the lead role, which is wonderful. It's attainable in so many ways. Oh, and here we go. And now it isn't just attainable for half the population, the other half can be the Doctor as well. Actually, Jodie, it isn't attainable for half the population, because Chibs decided to leave half the population out when casting, now didn't he? Being the first female Doctor and showing children, you mean brainwashing children, that our heroes don't always look the same, well, Jodie, they haven't always looked the same. Now have they? Is a huge honor for me. Jodie, you're letting your ego get away with you again. At the same time, Whittaker admits that she felt the burden of expectation as she became the first female owner of the sonic screwdriver. Well, Jodie, you exceeded my expectations. I thought the series was going to be bad, but I didn't think it would completely destroy Doctor Who. She then goes on about big boots to fill. Well, the boots slid off now, didn't they, Jodie? Then she says, I was obviously delighted that when my name was announced, I wasn't completely slated. No, you weren't slated when your name was announced, but many of us were suspicious of the reasons behind the decision to make you the Doctor. You, however, slated us first, and then we slated your cringeworthy attempt at doing a bad impression of David Tennant and Matt Smith. Everyone I spoke to was like, people love you. Yep, that's what's expected nowadays, isn't it, Jodie? You don't have to earn people's affection and respect. They should give it unconditionally because whammon. As long as most people are happy. Most people are not happy, Jodie. I'm alright with that because the fans are so loyal and so passionate, and that's a huge deal to them. Yes, Jodie, it was a huge deal to us. Then you and Chibs took a massive dump on Doctor Who, and needless to say, we're less than happy about that. And obviously for Whovians, this time of change has taken a very different direction than it has before. Oh, it was different, Jodie. The show used to be amazing, now it's shit. She can now rewrite the role from scratch, and it's very freeing. Yep, who cares about 55 years of tradition and canon? Fun is a good word that defines Whittaker's interpretation, no, but I'll reference my last word, shit. That describes it pretty well. The pressure is less because I can do it my own way. Oh, and what a way it is, Jodie. All the rules are out the window. That's what makes it so much fun. Jesus Christ. She then likens the Doctor to being the US president. Oh my, you do have an inflated sense of self-importance, don't you, Mrs. Whittaker? She then says, once you're in the family, you're never out. I'd like to advocate disownment. That's all. This article speaks for itself. I miss you, Doctor Who. Merry Christmas. Baby, it's cold outside and I'm off to watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Don't forget to subscribe and troll me on Twitter, and have a great day.